Mermaid here, and welcome back to my channel where I bring you mermaid related content to help you live life so mermaid. And today is a very, very exciting special day that I know a few of you have been waiting for. I know I have been so excited to share. Today is the day that I give you guys the first look at my new Siren-inspired mermaid tail. So this mermaid tail uses the Fantasea Monofin, the original Fantasea Monofin by Mertailor. And I chose this particular Monofin because it already had that kind of look that I needed. And if you're not familiar with the TV show Siren, it is the latest mermaid TV show and it's amazing. And I watch it on iTunes and I'm loving it. And as soon as I saw those mermaid tails, I knew that I had to design kind of my take on it, which is what I did. So it started off a while back, honestly, because we're on season 2 now of Siren as of filming this. And so when season 1 came around and I was starting the whole like mermaid tail printed mermaid tail thing, and I was experimenting and I was coming out with some designs, and I came out with my first design, and it was definitely different than like a lot more different than the tails that you see in the show, which I didn't want to do like an exact replica because I wanted this to be like my species variation of the siren tail, if you know what I'm saying. And I kind of let it sit for a while. I didn't really like it. Like, I liked it enough that I kind of wanted to make it, but I wasn't exactly happy with it at that point. So I kind of just sat on it and was like, meh, I've got other tails to make and other things to do. So in the meantime, you know, I made this splash tail and a bunch of client tails and all of this stuff. Then I got really inspired just before season 2 came out, and I was like, oh my goodness, like this needs to happen. I gotta get this done. I want to do some videos. I want to experiment, and I wanted to try something that was very different from what I usually do, which is very like fantasy, cute, colorful, very vibrant, very bright. I wanted to do something on the exact opposite end of that spectrum, and I wanted something very like hyper realistic as far as what I was, you know, what I'm capable of with my skill set and that kind of thing, because I'm a pretty toony person. Like, if you know me, I've worked in television and film, animation. I've got a very cartoony style, so for me this was quite the I was pushing myself to the limit, as it were. So I ended up making a bunch of changes. Initially, I had explored options with a little bit of blue. Then I thought, well, what if I made it a siren tail, but in my colors? I didn't keep that version because it was really ugly, and that just needs to just go away. That didn't happen. We'll just pretend it didn't happen. And then I decided, no, I am gonna keep this like monosaturated, basically, with a little bit, it has like a little bit of a blue hue in parts of it, but for the most part it's quite dark and grays, but with a little bit of blue. But yeah, that was the idea. Was I wanted to get close enough that from a distance, maybe you see me on the beach when I do like mermaid sightings and stuff, and you think, oh, that maybe like Siren-y, but I wanted to keep it definitely my vibe. So yeah, this tail uses the Fantasea Monofin by Mertailor. I've done review videos and unboxing videos, and I've talked about it previously in, you know, other live streams and things like this. And overall, it's a very comfortable monofin. I find it's a little bit more comfortable on one side than it is on the other, because one foot pocket's a little bit snugger than it is, and that's not like a huge deal, and it's never really come in the way of my swimming or enjoying the experience. What I thought was so weird, like real weird, guys, like on another level weird. And I can't speak for his tails because I don't know if his tails have drainage. Again, I've not been swimming in one of his tails. This is just the monofin in one of my tail skins, and my tail skins have drainage. I don't know if his do, so correct me if I'm wrong. Leave a comment down below to let me know if his fabric tails have drainage. I want to know. But when I hit the pool, and I was not expecting this, I was like, pew, zipping around every which way. I could not believe it. I was like, what? I would say, no tail skin, the Luna is faster than this version of the Fantasea. I would absolutely. I would say in tail skins, they are almost equal. I was shocked. I thought for sure, this thing is so floppy and all over the place, I thought for sure, like I ain't going nowhere. And I am zipping and cruising and flipping and twisting and doing the whole thing. Everything I can do in the Luna, I can do in this, and I'm like, yes, okay, that's pretty cool. Now, all that being said, there were some pretty huge drawbacks to using such a floppy mermaid monofin in the kind of tail skin that I do, because you guys know I leave the bottoms of my flukes all open. Not all the way open, but a majority of the way open. Now this, because it's so floppy, when the monofin folds, it creates this big gap. And at first, the gap was like this big. It was ridiculous. I'm like, I can't, this is not up to my standards, like, no. So what I ended up doing is I ended up sewing it even further and further and further until I ended up, after much like trial and error here, I ended up with an opening. To get the monofin in, the opening is only this big. Yeah. So to get the monofin in there, I really have to force and fold it. So that is why, to answer all of the questions I know are coming, I will not be selling tail skins for this monofin. The siren tails are going to be a one-off. I have one other tail that I'm thinking I might design for this, but because it is such an unbelievable hassle without a zipper, and I'm not a zipper person, so no. Without a zipper, to get the monofin out of here, forget it. It's a nightmare. Like right now, I'm pointing at it, it's sitting on a drying rack with the monofin still in it. Like I was not gonna risk damaging my tail skin to try and get the monofin out of it, so it's gonna take a while to dry. That's life. The level of realism and flop and comfort that I get with this tail skin though, I will say was so mermaid. So mermaid. So mermaid. Oh my goodness. It was incredible. I am really impressed. I have no idea what his tail skins are like. This was a match, man. This was really good. I am so happy. I was really happy with how the little extra bit of fringe that I added looked, because it gave it that like unfinished, fishy kind of thin edge that I like on my tails. And I was really like, I was so happy, you guys. I am so happy with how this turned out. Guys, like, whoa. Let's go back in time for a wee sec. I want to give you guys the look, and I will meet up with you again in a few. All right, guys. Here we are. This moment has been a long time coming. I've been editing this video for a while now and adding to it, and I'm excited to say that tonight is the swim. It's the swim. And if you're wondering what happened to my hand, I fell up the stairs and then down the stairs because I'm that coordinated, and I landed on my hand and there was like blood and it was good. So that's what's going on here. So tonight's the night, the big reveal. Oh my God, it's heavy. My baby is going for her test swim. So I'm kind of nervous. I'm nervous-sided. I'm pretty pumped. It's very floppy. I am really excited to get this in the water and see how it does. So yeah, you guys are gonna see it. You guys are finally gonna get to see it in action. I'm so excited. Oh my gosh. And I just got bing bonged. Okay guys, I will see you at the pool. Wish me luck. I am super nervous-sided. I hope it goes well.
Okay, you're in charge, camera girl. I got this.
Are you like such a freaking kid? I'm so excited. You look like a real fish. It's so cool. Really? Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna do just a classic one.
Yep.
All right, and that was some footage from my very first swim. Some of the reactions were hysterical. There were like 4 women who came over, they were like, what? And I was like, yes, I made this. And they're like, you didn't. I'm like, I did. And I'm so pumped with how it turned out, guys. It was really, really exciting for me to be finally swimming in it. I was so happy. So I also want to give a shout out to the Mertailor. You guys know I'm a diehard Luna girl. I am still a diehard Luna girl. I will swim in the Luna until I die, probably. But, or unless they come out with another generation or next version, you know, whatever. But I will say, Mertailor, I hope you see this. I hope you do. And I hope you know how much the mermaid community appreciates you and what you do. Because a monofin that makes you feel as mermaid as this one does, that's awesome. So huge shout out to the Mertailor for creating such an amazing mermaid product. He has come such a long way, and it has been such a cool thing to watch his journey throughout the years. It's been really cool, and to come to this point where he has a monofin that can give me the experience. You know, I've got physical limitations. If you don't, I've got physical limitations that prevent me from swimming in full silicone mermaid tails. So to have this amazing silicone flop that makes me feel like I can be that silicone mermaid tail user while still being okay in a fabric tail skin that I made, that's a really magical thing. So huge shout out, Mertailor, well done. Really good. So happy. So mermaid, you guys. So mermaid. So I'd say my overall experience, I am very happy with how this tail turned out. I will not be offering these kinds of tail skins for sale. As I said earlier, this is going to be most likely a one-off. This was really hard to do, and I don't really know if I want to put myself through that again. I am most likely going to put myself through it 1 or 2 more times because Mermaid Kim is going to be getting one as well, because we are planning on doing like a Siren sister swim, which I'm very excited about. But yeah, and I am still thinking of maybe doing the 13th year mermaid tail with this one. I don't know. That might not happen. We're gonna have to play it by ear and see. And on that note, I want you guys to stay tuned. I have 2 videos coming. We've got another spooky siren swim, which is just gonna be a mini one because I'm planning a big one with Mermaid Kim that's gonna happen. And I also have the full footage that you've seen little snippets of in today's video. I'm gonna have my first swim in my siren tail, the full meal deal, all the footage, all the flop, all the fantastic awesome. That's gonna be coming up as well, so be sure to stay tuned. And if you're new to my channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button to join the pod and the bell notification as well so you never miss an upload. If you liked today's video, please be sure to give it a big thumbs up. And if you don't want to say goodbye just yet, be sure to swim on over to patreonpod.com, our extended pod community. For as little as $1 a month, you gain access to our monthly mermaid tail coloring challenge, which is very exciting. I have such a good time seeing what you guys come out with. You also gain access to our behind the scenes private Discord community chat, the behind the scenes feed, where I post all kinds of extra content, our private monthly live stream, and more. So again, that was over at patreonpod.com, and we would love to have you join us. All right, my little fishes, thank you so much for coming along with me on this incredible adventure. I am so happy I got to share it with you guys. So thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you all in my next video. Happy swimming! Bye!